Good morning. Today we will have our pre-bid conference for the 11th class this week. Mainly the pre-bid 001, Surigao del Sur, kilometer 51 plus 0, kilometer 13 350 plus 403, kilometer 30 353 plus 232 to kilometer 13 353 plus 45. Next project, which is 003, construction of road 0 plus 000 to 1 plus 023, Barangay Alegria, Marihatag. Next, 029, construction position of multi-purpose building covered for Barangay Bioto, City of Tandag, and also the store. This is 001, completion of multi-purpose building covered course, City of Barangay Adlay, Carrascal, the store. 168006, construction completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Payasan, Lianga, store. 268003, construction of bridge, 0 plus 0, 0 plus 030, Barangay Tigao. 268003, construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Bayasan, 268039, construction completion, multi-purpose building, Barangay Surigao, Cortes, so really within is 004,
Mga 22 to 26
construction of road,
check.
0 plus 855 to 2 plus 083. Tago Bayan,
26.
Sitio Barangay, and it's 3341, construction completion of multi-purpose building, Tago store, Barangay Mabak, Tago 304. The line previous units, 004 to construction of multi-purpose building dormitory in Enso or preparing in the United States University, main campus. Sorry, we for this. The agenda, I'd like to request the secretariat for the attendance.
Okay, good morning, our attendants. J. Laurenti, Back Chairperson, presiding, members, Julius Trinidad, Ibanen Pasuhil, P. Cubero. We have 4 members present out of 5. Then RPWG, engineers Nathaniel Aranio and Jarian Oriarte. Yours truly, Pilar Neverhead, Back Secretariat, members, Maria Sol Pagaran and Aimee Di Guzman. Our programmers, engineers, Digibon Sombrio, Rex Galinsoga, Mark Vincent Di Guzman, and Ivan Sahay. We have also here our visitors from Northeastern Mindanao State University, engineers Vince Maitom and Justin Gonzalez. We have representative from our prospect contractors, Pamela Grace Ilia Mula, and Karen Gallardo from 80 Dumlao Construction Incorporated. That's all. Good morning.
Now for the agenda of the preview conference, first we're going to discuss presentation of the following. We start basics of the data, including contract description, industry, and related. This part will discuss by the representative from the planning and design section. So we're going first to discuss the contract ID number 560037, the construction of bridge, Barangay Tigao, Surigao del Sur. Please.
So again, good morning, everyone. So the first project that we are going to present is 26NH0037, or the construction of bridge 0+00 to 0+030, Barangay Tigao, Cortes, Surigao del Sur. So appropriation for this project is 32,230,000 with an ABC of 31,907,700. Location is at Barangay Tigao, Cortes, Surigao del Sur. And for the scope of works, we have bridge construction and road construction. So for the bridge construction, we have facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, bridge construction, drainage and slope protection works, miscellaneous structures, and material details. For the road construction, we have earthworks, base and base course, surface course, drainage and slope protection works, total of 100%. Project length is 30 meters for the bridge, and road is 180 meters. Project scope is bridge and transition road. Contract duration is 246 calendar days, and the date of bidding is on July 15, 2026 at 10 a.m. As shown are the item numbers, description, unit, and quantities for parts A and part B. So for its breakdown, we have for the construction of field office, we will be using one unit field office bunkhouse type. Then for B.5, or the project billboard or signboard, one unit 4x8 tarpaulin for DPWH and 8x8 tarpaulin for COA. Also shown is the DPWH standard project billboard and for COA. Also shown are the materials to be used in occupational safety and health program, and there will be one safety practitioner full-time and one health personnel full-time. Also shown is the breakdown of materials with its units and quantities for B.8, or the traffic management. So next is shown are the items and description, unit, and quantities for bridge construction. Also shown are for the drainage and slope protection works, miscellaneous structures, and material details. For the road construction, we have earthworks, sub-base and base course, surface courses, and also drainage and slope protection works. So for the minimum equipment requirements, we have total of 8 equipments. Also shown are the sand and gravel for the sources for the sand and gravel at Carrascal Quarry, with total hauling distance or average hauling distance of 35.35 kilometers from project site. Also for the boulders, item 200 and common barrow is at Sotel River Quarry with average hauling distance of 27.75 kilometers from project site. Shown is the general plan of 30-meter single span bridge, PCDG bridge. Also for the elevation, general elevation, and for the plan and profile. That ends the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, may I comments from our consulting?
From our pre-pro, change pile height to 22 meters from 16 meters. Change item 510-1 to handley truck embankment. Addition of item for structural concrete, 28 MPa at 28 days for the superstructures. Then add vibratory hammer and truck mounted crane to the equipment requirement. That's all.
Balik na sa critics. Ano siya din ang leader ng bago? Ang leader ng bago.
Ten.
Ay, may sabihin ko siya.
Wala ang siya. Kasi nakabatang dahil sa siguro lang na
Item
508 na dapat.
508 na dapat.
508.
Etong sa slope
510 na gyapon. Gamit.
510.
510 lagyan. Wala na change.
Ang leader na bago dapat.
Dapat
Ulitin ito eh.
Visual and
Construction. Kung saan mo files tanawan.
Kaya change naman pati ito.
Sa drawing mo.
sa drawing naman.
Ano mo i-edit din yung drawing?
Yung yeah.
From Pilato,
From
22 to
from 60 to 22.
So, na ulit ang sa drawing.
Kaya dapat yan.
20.
22 lang.
Ito nga to sa mga presentation. Ito ko ito. Question on base ba lang? Yan, ano yan? 12, ano yan?
At 12 pa. Wala na edit.
Yung apartment niya, yung
Hindi.
12, ano yung utang?
Ito dapat makorek nila kasi before
Ito dapat.
dahil
So, may bulletin na to, unlead rack, o
Okay naman.
Blend up.
sabi niya pa isa. Item pre-stress mo.
Itong 28 days.
Different item number
Oh.
versus sa description. Ang
Ano na
check mo yun siya. Item yung pre-stress.
Pila
And
ka
then 4061D7 which is dapat 25 meters in niya. Kung only 30 meters gano'n niya.
30.
So, pakikita
Description.
yung description o yung item number
Item
niya,
number.
which is dapat 4061D8 F8. Tanaw yun yung pre-stress.
Ano na yan?
Okay na yun.
D7.
Dapat yung
Okay.
4061D7.
For-
1D7 yun.
Yan na yan.
Wasan yung mga
Dapat 13.
Nga di sa ila is change na 30 meters siya patapos pero 486 1 F8 na. Hindi na pa 1 F8.
Sige.
So, dapat description and motor.
Pulihan na. Pero ang so 30 na, di ba yan?
Oo, 30 na siguro pwede. Ay, sa 2030 kung
30. Ang description lang
description na
of item number.
Item number. Sige.
Outro gayon.
Tapos sa BOQ.
okay, double yun.
Ano to niya, ibutan mo naman.
Dito na
Comment sa files na taas. O get kung
Ito sa
unlead dapat dili kung
510.
because
508.
itong i-comment sa
Then the course niya, instead of the course, dapat kuha na siya.
Kasi
Pero yung case na kung ano siya i-equipment with this.
Kuha.
Ito niya.
Hammer, vibratory hammer,
Kung nakita sa
mounted straight.
wala siya maka-reflect, wala siya ma-change niya major equipment requirement. Wala kang ako niya doon kung sa procurement
dimensions.
doon by the hammer.
Wa niya makapalit man niya. Basta hindi ko na mo yung niya
Additional equipment ba?
Hindi siyang gaya mo yun. Si Game.
Ang itong description niya, pala to.
Ayaw na.
Okay naman, Bioto.
Pero po,
Okay nga rin sa iyo muna, di ba? Ang kalida sa iyo.
mabigbulitin nga po si Sir Jules kay wasa yung mga equipment na additional niya. Nag-reflect kuhan sa procurement.
Ang mali ko sa bid-bulitin niya, na item na bid ko for 100. Tapos, ang still sheet file, check lang kung height na 22. Pagka ba sa iya?
Sakto man.
Sa bidding doc, ang description na yan,
raise this structural concrete. Kung barangay kina. Oo. So, hindi mo yan item number. So, yan nga item, hindi natin i-visually din kaya mo na yung flex sa ito.
Okay na.
Pao na lang ito.
Sa 510 na i-visually
50.
Tinicheck sa pag-length ng height ng current file ko lang mababa ito siya 22.
22 man ano?
22 lang ano?
22 man isa.
Ano siya total?
Ang program.
Ang length
Tama
ng
ba lang pala?
sakto na yun.
Isa po, ano tawag sa baka?
Sa baka.
Kung dili mapicture ng quantity, okay lang.
22 meters.
Ha?
Nasa drawing na.
Kasi ito na.
Ito 508 na lang yun.
Muragan siya kung anda sa 8
So yun, request na namin papulihan na namin.
Kasi ito na equipment.
Pero mautro, sa plano ya, edit na niya.
Edit
Kasi
na.
presentation niya,
presentation
goal pa siya.
ang plano.
Pero ito sa section.
Section na lang.
Section.
Alam mo, sa detail lagi kung file na yung correct mo siya. Sa section na lang.
Tanawa section yun. Ano yung number ito, Bon?
Wala page ito, Bon.
Ah, wala page ba hindi ba ganun? Yan sa mga
Tunga-tunga.
baka mga tunga.
Tunga eh.
Connection din ito. Na page. Ang plan. Bridge side ba na dito? So, the bridge side. Dito. Makikita sa inyo mga table sa table sa mga tono sheet number.
Yan itong ginagawa.
Ito ang content.
Putol lang siya.
Kaya ka
Putol yan.
ako ano ito?
Kaya table.
General.
Tunga-tunga.
Sunod kibaya ninyo. Research ka na.
50.
Alalay, ako ito nga.
Sabi ko naman.
Ano ito siya kapatang? Notes mo.
Yan yung plan niya. Revision. Pag taon may 53. Pag taon may 43.
Alay, ako yan. Sa next page. Bakit yan?
Tulog na gaya.
Malagi may edit.
So, ito yan.
Nilagay sa table of contents,
So, correct and so on again, and
Plan.
and niya program again. This is stuff that I'm obligated to go and tell me.
Ang item sa 100 lang. Sa
So, ano pa mali niya po.
Yan pang.
So,
na, kayo ulit table.
any comments from the speaker?
Kanina sa ganun.
Ako lang siguro sa amo lang fix sa ating ulit
Okay.
Kamay
So,
Saan ako pinahil ulit din?
mga changes.
Kung sa ibang
Although may ato
na page 22 na.
partially discuss so one side may time na
So ito page na.
one discuss ito may outro any updates can be considered inside.
Mounted grade.
So,
Before.
Okay.
Kumanya pag
individual
Dili na bed course.
iba lang yung i-add any vibratory.
Not sa iyo, nasa video ka na sa video ko ang problema.
Isa-isa na.
Kasi
Piktado, no? Piktado.
yeah, di ba?
May
Sa plan.
apektado sa imagination.
Patient.
Ano yung mga kuan, ano mga item ito pa kayo
Yes,
discuss
so,
lang.
ito i-discuss.
Sige. Amo ito
Basta
na.
yung equipment. Tama na.
Equipment sa 508 tapos na plan.
Sila ka, item time mo?
Amo ito pa.
Oo. 5
For the document to be submitted to the reader, I would like to include.
Pwede ako na.
Last minute. Tingnan mo pa sila.
Ito, itong document to be submitted by the video na kapasig mo mga contractor na tinagaw na.
Talented based engineer in the other vice president.
Okay, for the interested contractor, this is the document to be submitted by you. It must be two envelopes. The first one is technical component of the bid. It is composed of eligibility requirement under section 52 of the IRR of RA 1209. The bill chips, certificate of registration and receipt, platinum. Or if not enrolled in the CWA, following class A and B documents not covered by bill chip certificate, the pickup license or registration, statement of all ongoing government and private projects, including awarded contract, but not yet started. Then number 3 is singularity completed contract, supported by the certificate of final acceptance. So klaro yun mo, supported by certificate of final acceptance or a final rating of at least satisfactory in CMS or equivalent document in case of contract with private sector. Number 4, NFCC, computation and statement of total asset and liabilities. Then number 5, ISO 9001 2015 certification pursuant to DEO 110 series of 2024. If it is 30 million and above. Then B, if enrolled in CWA, Class A and B documents in CWA, any still be updated. Then, for the technical documents, bid security in the prescribed form about amount and validity period accordance to RA 1209. Then project requirements which shall include the following: organizational chart, list of contractors, key personnel, composed of DPWH accredited project engineer and DPWH accredited materials engineer. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment, unit owned, lease and or under purchase agreement, supported by proof of ownership, lease purchase, and certification of availability of equipment from leasure vendor for project duration. And number 5, omnibus zone statement in the form prescribed by RA 12009. The number 6, latest general information sheet reflecting the beneficial ownership information duly received by the Securities and Exchange Commission for corporation. Then number 7, sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership following the template attached as Annex A for all bidders, including sole proprietorship. Then number 8, integrity pledge for DPWH contractors. Then for second below, the financial component of the bid. It is composed of duly signed financial bid form in accordance with the form prescribed in bidding documents of RA 12009. Number 2, duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Then number 3, duly signed detailed estimates, including the summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. Then the last one, number 4, is duly signed quarterly, monthly cash flow and payment schedule. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, so that concludes for the ID, contract ID number 26280037. So, any comments, ma'am? Okay. So we will proceed to the next project, 28080001. Surigao del Sur, kilometer 31, kilometer 30, Okay.
Good morning once again. I am Mark Vincent de Guzman from Planning and Design section. I will be presenting the project 2015-8001 Surigao Tago Coastal Road, kilometer 1321 plus 00 to kilometer 1323 plus 190, and then kilometer 1323 plus 232 to kilometer 1323 plus 755. The appropriation of this project is 98 million and the ABC is 94,570,000. The location is at Bayaba, Surigao del Sur, and the total duration is 253 calendar days. The scope of works, facilities for the engineers, 0.48%, other general requirements, 0.63%, earthworks 10%, subbase and base course 10.51%, surface course 54.2%, miscellaneous structures 2.68%, and drainage and slope protection works 21.51%, a total of 100%. The project scope is road widening and the project length is 2.713 kilometers. And the date of bidding will be on July 15, 2026. For Part A, facilities for the engineer, and Part B, other general requirements, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part C, earthworks, and Part D, subbase and base course, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part E, surface courses, and Part F, drainage and slope protection works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. Lastly, for miscellaneous structures, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. We have the minimum equipment requirement. We have dump truck 4, water truck 1, transit mixer 2, backhoe 1, motorized road grader 1, vibratory ruler 1, joint sealer equipment or machine 1, a total of 11 equipments. For the breakdown, we have the construction of field office for the engineer. We have 1 unit bunkhouse 7x7 and project billboard. We have 3 each composed of 3 units of DPWH billboard and 3 units for GOA. We have the occupational safety and health program. We have 1 first aider and 1 safety practitioner. Both are full-time. Then for the materials, the name and specification, unit, and quantity are being shown. For the traffic management, we have the materials. The name and specification, unit, and quantity are being shown. And note the sign panels are metal sheet with 50 by 50 mm angle bar frame, not tarpaulin. For the quarry sources, the sand and gravel at Carrascal River Quarry, and the boulders and item 200 at Sutil River Quarry, with a distance of 70.4 and 26.37 kilometers. For the typical cross-section, we have normal crown, and we also have the drainage typical cross-section. For the plan and profile, we have here the beginning of the project at 1321 plus 00. With the exception at Bioto Bridge, and ending at 1323 plus 755. Thank you.
Okay, there is a comment from pre-procurement.
From our pre-pro, we have reblock Super E at approximately 1323 plus 600 and correct the orientation. That's all.
So then,
Balik na sa yung presentation sa pag-tikin. Taas pa. Structural concrete is 14 days.
yes,
We take care. Di ba yan?
canal, sir.
Finish that. Yung bulang na.
14 days. Really, yes, sir.
Down sa kanan sa iyo.
Nasa,
Kahit 20.8
na ay ito ay
mas lang.
ay option yes.
Gusto ko lang gawin ng 14 days ang mga tayo additional additives for 14 days ang 20.6.
Kuan siguro sa box culvert pwede na kuan 28. Pero pag sa kanal pa mo gusto.
So, kaya ano mo, strength is 20.6 katas 5. Mga additives mo, hindi mo kaya natin 30 days.
Na-discuss yan na pre-pro.
Oh, kaya ba, before ko na ba
Wala.
Wala lang din siguro mga
Wala na kanina project.
kaninang project. Pero sa previous na iba ng project, di pa ako
Ayan ka na, only budget naman yung alam.
wala problema basta wala yung butang na strength. May 20.6 kung gapas ka rin.
Baka na kanya.
Sa maximum.
Description mo.
Kung may additives yun, no?
Actually, item number na 4051. So, kanya ka sa description based sa ito ng video. Amo ba yan?
Yes, sir. DO1, DO60.
2020. Ngayang.
Yan yun.
Kaya sa iyo materials, yan ang pila ng additives. Gusto ko sa chemicals.
Ayan, ito yung Oxford Bird. Ito kita na sa topic. Ito yung kanal.
May problema ang 14 days kung sa kanal kay Lisa nabihan. Pero ang ang strength, butang na.
So, yan na kuhan item. Na kahit sa 14 days na 20.68 megapascal, may para sa yung outrun days niya. Then, on item. 183. So, para mag-memo na nato kuhan, i-April. Ulitin ang item number. Okay.
28 days.
Oh, pero ka buwan yung record with the
Wala na ba sa mga may mga tulog
Mga niya, composition.
ang description lang niya ang title number.
I-check na para ma-resolve na yan. And then, overall pa na. Kaya yung matanggal ang 20.68. Kaya ka-assign siya sa 405A. So, alis i-change na siya sa 45183. Which is 30 megapascal gawin. Pero yung number of days. So, yan. But another fix.
Wala. Ay, itong funds.
Reblock.
Reblock. I-reblock.
Reblock.
So, yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
So, may
Reblock, sir.
Super.
may figuring gapon center sa main
Item number.
first game na space. So,
Item number and description.
pwede siya makapito na. So, magbalik din ako. Pwede mo na lang magpapasa. May mga pala. Ako na lang. So, any comments from you? Regarding sa ato.
What na enter? Sabi ko.
Tayo mo na.
Mario. Amo dito sa teacher day. Kita mo rin siya. Comments from the Peter. Okay, we'll proceed to the next project. We will cover first the critically named of school. The impact and monitor of building dormitories.
Names of all.
Yung mga bata pa na aspects.
Pleasant morning to all. To our back, our DWG and our partner institutions, our visitors, good morning. Especially from the personnel from NIMSO, Architect Benji Maitom, and Engineer Justin Gonzalez. Good morning. So today I'll be presenting the pre-bid conference for the construction of multi-purpose building dormitory in NIMSO, Northeastern Mindanao State University, Main Campus, Rosario, Tandag City, Surigao del Sur. With coordinates 126-213-873-9.03847. Contract ID 26NH0042. Sorry. Tigas pa rin. So for the appropriation of this project, we have 30 million and the ABC is 29,700,000 considering the 1% EAO. So for the location, it is in Tandag City, Surigao del Sur. Duration is 360 calendar days. For the description of works to be done, facilities of the engineer, general requirements, Part C, earthworks, plain and reinforced concrete works, finishing and other civil works, plumbing works, electrical works, and mechanical works. So with the following weighted percentage as to project budget allocation. So for the project scope, the number of building, the target is 1 unit, 4-story building. For the project scope, structural works, architectural, plumbing, electrical, and mechanical works. So I understand that after the pre-pro was conducted, NEMSU has some concerns with regards to the foundation because they have submitted a soil report, so we will be discussing later. But for formality, I'll just discuss the quantities presented on the initial submitted plan and PAO. Okay, so moving on, we have the item number descriptions, unit and corresponding quantities. For part A, facilities for the engineer, we have A 1.13, construction of field office for the engineer, 1 lump sum. Part B, general requirements, we have B.31, permits and clearances, 1 lump sum. B.5, project billboard, signboard, 1 each. B.71, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. For part C, earthworks, we have 80318, structure excavation common soil, 503.90 cubic meters, 8041A, embankment from structure excavation common soil, 348.35 cubic meters, 8047 gravel fill, 19.57 cubic meters. For part D, plain and reinforced concrete works, we have 9011, lean concrete, 20.11 cubic meters, 901C, structural concrete, 3000 PSI, class A, 28 days, 307.80 cubic meters, structural concrete, class A, 28 days, 901I, 117.49 cubic meters, 9021A1, reinforcing steel, deformed grade 40, 31,849.09 kilograms. 9021A2, reinforcing steel, deformed grade 60, 32,214.78 kilograms. 9032, formworks and false works, 3,000.04 square meters. For part E, finishing and other civil works, for item number as shown, ceiling 4.5 mm metal frame fiber cement board, 854.25 square meters. Carpentry and joinery works, 1 lump sum. Finishing hardware, 1 lump sum. Fire rated fire exit steel door, 15.12 square meters. Aluminum glass window sliding type, 74.25 square meters. Aluminum glass windows awning type, 30.31 square meters. Aluminum glass windows fixed type, 60.62 square meters. Doors flush, 91.35 square meters. Doors wood panel, 91.35 square meters. Fabricated metal roofing accessory, gauge 60, flashings, 39.21 linear meters. Fabricated metal roofing accessory, gauge 24, gutters, 16.70 linear meters. Pre-painted metal sheets with type long span above 0.427 millimeters thick, 212.33 square meters. Waterproofing cement base, 153.48 square meters. Glazed tiles and trims, 1,097.14 square meters. Unglazed tiles, 106.01 square meters. Cement plaster finish, 2,488.71 square meters. Painting masonry or concrete, 4,840.05 square meters. Painting works steel, 469.7. Okay, sorry, double lang cut. So these are only one item. 469.71 square meters, 100 millimeters CHP non-load bearing including reinforcing steel, 867.96 square meters. 150 CHP non-load bearing including reinforcing steel, 376.40 square meters. Metal structure accessories, 1 lump sum. Metal structure accessories sagrads, 251.18 kilograms. Metal structure accessories, steel plates, 1,022.01 kilograms. Structural steel, 1 lump sum. Structural steel purlins, 2,094.73 kilograms. And then railing, 1 lump sum. For part F, plumbing works, we have catch basins, concrete, 5 each. Sewer line works, 1 lump sum. Storm drainage and downspout, 1 lump sum. Septic vault, concrete CHB, 1 lump sum. Plumbing fixtures, 1 lump sum. Cold water lines, 1 lump sum. For part G, we have electrical works, conduits, boxes and fittings, conduit works, conduit roughing in, 1 lump sum. Wires and wiring devices, 1 lump sum. Panel board with main and branch breakers, 1 lump sum. Pole mounted distribution transformer, OISC with complete accessories, 1 lump sum. Lighting fixtures, 1 lump sum. Lastly, for part H, we have mechanical works. Item 12011, water pumping system, 1 lump sum. Item 12017A, water tank stainless, 3 sets. For the minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 unit of dump truck, 12 cubic yards, and 1 unit of backhoe with 0.80 cubic meters as their capacity. For the breakdown of D.5 project billboard, 1 unit 4 by 8 feet, DPWH tarpaulin back with marine plywood. 1 unit 8 by 8 feet, COA tarpaulin back with marine plywood. For B.71 occupational safety and health program, you have provision of 1 health personnel and safety practitioner and the materials of safety equipment as shown. Now let's move on to the part 2, the detailed engineering design. So this is our projected perspective for the completion, but as for this scope of project, the facade, the tubular frames along our facade and including the ACP are not included for the scope. And allow me to present for their concerns as to foundation. So as to the floor plan, so the floor plan of the structure of the building rather. So NEMSU has submitted this and transmitted this to DPWH. So this was the basically the flow of the entire floors from ground to the 4th floor. So we have adjusted a few things, no, and coordinated with NEMS as per floor plan and design the structural and as well as the electrical and plumbing works for this one. But basically the entire flow of the building was from NEMSU. So this is the front elevation and left side elevation. So as to project scope, the project is projected to have complete structural works, including roofing works. But Engineer Justin, so upon their examination after our pre-proc, they have raised a concern as to the submitted soil report of their consultant. So let me just show the soil report. So this was a building adjacent, I understand, adjacent to the the area on where we will be constructing the NEMSU dormitory, right? So upon examination of our office personnel as well with regards to the geotechnical evaluation, so with summary to this report, so it was found that from their presentation, so initially we have adopted the bearing capacity used in the admin, the bearing capacity in the details used in the admin building. But this is a more closer borehole no site sa kuan sa ato NEMSU dormitory. So basically, so in summary, the findings for the borehole, as you can see, for the information of everyone and for reference for our possible bid bulletin. So boreholes 1 until 5 have 1.5, a depth of 1.5 identified to be liquefiable. So for this means that during earthquake activities, there's a possibility that the soil may behave water-like. So it's dangerous for our structure, especially considering that our structure is projected to be 4 stories, or even a level of 5 stories na building. But what is more concerning upon our examination also together with Engineer Gerald Roquillo, so is that our foundation was initially set to be at 2.5, a depth of 2.5 meters, and we are only using the conventional isolated foundation and combined footings. So with this data, we can see that the groundwater table is at 2.3 meters, which is basically above our initially assumed na groundwater table, which is 3 meters. For borehole number 2 and borehole number 3, sa borehole number 2 and borehole number 3, it was identified that layers 1.5 to through 3 are both liquefiable, and their bearing capacity is relatively low. So though, in summary, these highlighted na mga values for our bearing capacity are those layers that are liquefiable or behave like water during earthquake activities. So this is borehole number 3, and I believe this is the lowest na capacity for the borehole as upon our examination of the data. So 3 meters, 2.5 meters even is 60. What we have assumed is around 100 to 150 kilopascals. So in summary, there will be a possible adjustment of our foundation, and understandably, since foundation design require a larger cost compared as to finishes, so expected na nato building possibly there's a possibility that I don't know if I can show the program, but I've already identified portions na mabawas sa ato building. It's either we can reduce the painting works and other finishing works, or other finishes with the floor to address our foundation, or we can make the building still usable but reduce the number of floors. So mahimo na siya na story, but that is for NEMSU to really decide on, because you are our end user. So if you're going to push through with the 4-story, so dili gayud makompleto and the building will not be usable, because we need to address this kay we have already our data. This is also for emphasis sa ato office na we really should have soil exploration sa ato mga projects na this was late, mga good Sir J. Yes, Sir J.
The location of borehole.
Yes, Sir J.
And as we know that
that data feeding is ato
Yes.
sa location. So, pwede natin tanong ang location na niya o na data, pasingot sa ato, actual ng pangalan ng
Okay.
building.
Yes, sir.
Kay, sa borehole 1 o 2, like pinatulong building capacity, medyo taas-taas. Tapos sa borehole 3, yung gamay. Kung kung tapat ba na ito building at borehole 3, or yet just sa pinaka out mo.
I think Sir Justin can also assist us with regards to the location of the building, the dormitory. So this is our admin building, tama ba, Sir Just? This is our admin building. And borehole is located sa far left sa rear portion. Could you pinpoint exactly ahay na nato sa dorm, Sir Just?
Just kuan lang Israel Coins katong admin building nga data before is not the actual location of the admin building. Dito siya sa location sa litong sa library.
I see. So
So layo siya kayo. And then ang atong borehole 3 kay na-added to.
nadiri.
Oo, anak siya dito. Ang building in General Coins na sa ubos. So mas dool siya.
Mas doon siya.
Sa borehole to. So we
Pinalagit pa rin ma-change ang condition.
Prehand, we have already also discussed ni Engineer Justin na concern siya kay if we're going to use borehole 1 and borehole 2, understandably, taas-taas na niya bearing capacity, but we need to decide kung I think it is best for us to assume the lowest yun na kuan bearing
Safety
capacity para safety kita. So,
Mag-convert sila, mag-approve sila sa foundation.
sa foundation, mag-utro kita and then may makuha gid ng mga items. But the decision is for NIMSU kay possibly dili kadayo dakuan nato i-add sa foundation pero ang nato building ko to the get 3 story. So or ipadayon talagang ganyan initial plan.
Sa finishes kasi po naman.
Finishes. Okay.
Pero may possibility.
So,
hindi magamit.
yeah, possibility na dili pa magamit ng structure. Okay da sa NIMSU na yun.
Portion siguro na.
May magamit siguro.
May portion function. Okay. So at least siguro sa first 2 floors or first 3 floors.
My portion siguro pwede second. Third,
Kamay naman lang siguro ang mga sa foundation na techniques siguro.
Kuan Sir Jules kay liquefiable sa nato layer so possibly mag-introduce kita ng piles.
Para
Oo, so dako siya na
One story ganun.
micropile da ma'am kay di sa kagaya dako na. Amo gani na initially gi-avoid gid nato ang piles because
so ano na lang kung pwede
situation.
magamit ang 2 floors medyo lang ang sa 3rd o 4th floor kana siguro. Basta naalagay sila yung floor na magamit.
Sa ground floor na ganun.
Diba siya?
Let our secretariat take note of that. So, NIMSU, do you acknowledge na anato building possibly ang magamit da is kuan. Dili sa nato pwede sirs kuan ang roofing kay dako na problema sa leakage sa tubig kun waray ato roof. So pwede nato ini siya siguro ang water pump ma-meet pa nato.
Pwede.
Kay 2 story pa sa nato ipa-functional yan kibali.
Alis priority na ka na.
Ano lang, discuss na lang kamo kung ano i-nine
Kasi, dormitory siya, di ba?
Yes, Sir Jim.
So, kung natin yung paano occupants, kailangan kaya may pato na source na.
Tubig. Yes. Ang design, Sir J, is as per our master plan, direct source siya sa water district pero mag-design nito na ito gi-discuss Sir Jules ang pre-brook na mag-pumping system since 4 story. So elevated water may ato kibali. Oh,
So,
dili sister.
Hindi mo propose di bali, pananitan ko. Largo ba sa taas,
Oo, sa 4th floor.
pero sa taas ng mga level, hindi na siya ma-alay daw at itong kibali mo.
Oo, yes Sir J. Matanggal ang mga wall. Pero may ato. matupad ta. Bali. Pero kung kaya na finishes the yaoy walls, wala day finishes lamang, amoy atin. Pero ang mga lines, yaw na siya kibali. Plastering siguro, plastering priority, painting works, omit na to sa upper floor, style works.
Ceiling works ano din wala?
Yes, initially, yaoy ceiling works. So ceiling works, possibly 2 floors. So we will also try our best to find a more proper approach sa sa pagbawas ng works.
University, kahit ng dormitory,
Mhm.
kay dati na kuman, nag-operate ang kuman, Amo College of Medicine. Ang mga doctors, as per plan ni kuan, ni President, na ano sila kuan,
A-house. Okay. Understood, Archie. So,
so dapat functional kasi yung sa bulan namin.
Pero architect, final lang nato na i-push kita ng 4-story.
Kaya presensya ko dyan sa kuan, sa mga end user na 4 stories siya.
Okay. Sige, push na to.
Wala problema mga kuan, 4 story, pero ang malagi ang usable is 2 story lang. Sa
Possibility.
third floor, may possibility na may magkuwang, may laki.
Oo.
Usable mangyapon na 2 story.
At saka possible. Usable siya.
So, yeah, parang sa mo, BOQ, na
Yes, sir.
items na and units lang sa.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the coverage of all lang sa upat tanda na or kuan?
Yes, sir, Jay. All of the floors initially.
Majest siya,
Mm-mm.
majest siya. Yata detail ba sa kuan? Ano mga materials?
Yesterday, every lump sum na to na item of works, hindi ko yung kalitin siya sa before.
They should say, papag-lamp lang sa mga lump sum. Lump sum.
Oh, yes, sir, Jay. Understood. Okay, one yaka buo sa siya. Tapos one
May kaunta ng kuan. Alam, nasa tanong.
Video.
Ito sa mga lump sum.
kay base nag-oray breakdown.
Kasi one lang sa mga ito. Kaya,
Ako na ba? Pero sabi.
Okay. Dili mo umit yan. Tanggal yan. Damuhan. Damuhan. Kaya tubig ko ano daan.
nice to do na. Labor force.
Kaya mag-aside ako. Changes.
Sa mga basis na kung ano lang yung tao siya, yung materials na. Kaya sa
Ito, pag
Sige, pakita ko lang kay Matsinsin.
i-book na sa kanya.
Dili. Ganda.
Sa lahat.
Screen siya sa natin. Ma-record niya.
kung ipakita ko ng materials ay dapat kami ginagamit ng mga reflex sa dito sa chat sa chat one.
Today this is sa akong tanay. Kay about the environment of the na during implementation.
So,
Kaya intended na siguro sa development. May
Pero muna pili kayo kung anong phone kayo, di ba? Ang thickness din mo sa foundation, pag magbutang at mag-repairs, may possibility mo kang may sarang thickness. Kaya nag-provide ang
Ano ko an niya with Sir Jules. Mugamay niya ang kuan niya kada kuon.
ang thickness din ng gamit.
Ang thickness mugan mudako kay 500 pero ako pa i-assess sa
Malagi ako.
kuan. So
Ilan pa? Ilan so building capacity ng matag?
sa pile design na Sir J, actually dili na soil bearing capacity ang mo prevail kung mag pile design pero initially anato gi-assume na bearing capacity is around 100 kilopascals. Wala pa pile. So kung
Another question.
yes sir.
Paano we make it sa 7 days?
We will definitely do our best to make it within 3 days.
Para maka-issue na ng building.
Depende.
Depende sa iyo kung ano. Agreement to lock in at
Oo. We have also credible designers from NIPSO, so we will be asking assistance for checking verification in the entity of Engineer Justin Gonzalez. Di ba, Engineer?
Yan, itiwan na mo. Patanda niya is yan.
Passing din 7 days before the opening.
Ay, lahat pa lang talaga.
Ako, may comment ko.
Sir, yes.
Ano yung mo details sa imo ceiling? May pag-o naman ko dato na ikasabutan na.
Oo, Sir Jules.
So,
We will update that kay Bagan para mapitan sili. Ang may law ni Philip. We will also update that, Sir Jules. Note ka please.
Ceiling.
Sige, makalimutan.
Comments from the pre-pro.
From our pre-pro, we have embankment from the outside perimeter of the building should be removed.
Video na ako ito. 19,600. Marihatag yan. 29,700.
Ano yung maliit. Yes, siguro rin tayo. Balik. Tayo
Sino kasaboy ko?
Tayo pangyayari. Marihatag sa na names. Ano na pizza.
Yung mga questions.
For a while sa JK. Yes, tayo pang Marihatag.
Hello, sir, yung ilas pa wala ang tanong. Wala tao.
Bila ka page and mo through the sa
Marihatag sa iyo.
Siling
para siguro ko mo. Spasi na siya tigil ito. Dua ka page and mo through. Hindi. Tapos i-hats na lang ko natin.
Tumpay mong good. Sige. I-continue mo nila kung attention mo dyan.
I-assume natin. Dako ra ba niya bearing capacity sa 4 meters naman? Low mo lang. 300 good.
Yeah, di ko attention mo dyan.
300 na.
Ikan sa dead digits na.
Low min ang structure.
46.
Surigao.
Aya di sa borehole 5. Sa 2 meters, dako na daan niya bearing capacity. Sa nga di sa 4. Pwede assume na matiming sa 4.
From our pre-pro, so facade aesthetics not included, then reflected on the BOQ must item 1018-1 with quantity of 1,097.40 square meters.
You can address
That's all. Okay.
Sa 3.5 dagang kita mag-foundation. Layuin ha.
For the pero since may maybe
Trugat.
subject of completely different.
Ayan.
Subject for completely kaya changes na mga
Alam mo mga sis.
True so far.
Sa 3.5 dagang kita Sir Just mag-kuan. mag
Mas mayo sa 3.5.
Ay, pero low min na lagi Sir Just. Low min na lagi. Ha?
saka store.
Bali basement na siya. Kay kun kuan ang unsafe layer gid ang 3 kutob sa 3 as per data. But at 3.5
Kung for safety na 3.5, better yun.
Gusto ba pabot
compared sa microfile. Oh, mahugmag sa kilid.
Tapos kalsadahan ng fair ito sa likod sa pagi, tambakan ng likod sa admin. So expect.
Base mo lang kung ano admin na gawin. Pero I think this is much cheaper compared to pile. Pero lagi, ang cons lagi ang implementation. Ang cons ang implementation. Shoring.
Or naman ba may structures dapat
Na-recommend sa may sa technical ng mga difference yan. File niya niya.
mga micro.
Ay, sheet pile. Tapos, shoring. And then, pwede na kita mo 3.5 or micropile i-push to the
Kaya
Pacific.
naman 3.5, 1 meter na rin yung cut.
Or,
Ang imong tubo sa ng kulong, 4 meter ah. Tama, dugang sa ilang.
basin may one, actually, I haven't tried math foundation pa, pero basin may, ito ni yung engineer na bago si kuan, basin, pwede siya makapropose ng math. Pero ang math lagi sa Sir Jules, lisod implement mo sa ato, kay wari ato readily available na batching plan. So, dako kayo na chance mag-cold joint siya. So, delikado sa
Tapos siya kay nag-finite element analysis sa protein. Makakuha na siya. Maka-design sa mga protein.
Pila ka?
Mga pa may forces.
Pwede send ako ang kuan. Ano? Itab sa niya gamit ang
Forces lang.
forces lang ang reaction lang sa kuan, foundation. So, MJ, what they suggest will push through it with 3.5 meters or will set it with using micropiles?
Kung siya ba 3.5 plus kato pang kuhan. So, storage siya.
Mag-grade beam sa kita, ay ato i-examine. Kay i-consider mo na ito niya kuan sa design.
Ang location na lang sa time.
Kuan yun, most likely i-try na to pag kuan assess kung itong grade beam na initial na to giset gi-design mo suffice ya to counter so storage. Pero lawmin na gid ang 3.5 actually.
Basement.
And
Para by location na yun. Links, kuhan nila niya, lupa na para tayo.
Pero okay lang ng 3.5 kaysa mga high-rise building, mas napapagana sa 3.5. Kaya lang.
So, ano ko yan?
Tubig lamang yan.
Tubig lamang sa inyo kaya safety din po.
micro.
Kuhan na sa inyo. Ang wala, kaya tumatawag kita ng Naomi as per info.
Hangin lang
May sitting building na tapat, may matapad na
Okay lang may
kasi pag mo ko yung bilis,
Mayroon dito na doon.
magkuha na ba mga
Dapat pagdanan at bukanya po.
isasabihan to kung gagawin mo.
Pwede sana to i-reduce above
Still nila na yung para
plate kiba yung pare sa ato ikuan sa
o bas
overpass.
pagsidaan yung para.
Pero pwede nato i-reduce an ato founding level sa 2 meters ta kan, and then piles ta kang gayda yun. Micropile.
3.5 meters meron na to foundation tapos ang video mo gud niya type side bottom mo niya tubig tapos within 3 days lang o 2 days more daw tayo ng paso kung
Delikado.
taong kita mo file gate ang skillet kasi mas
I-cordon din siya, kung ang exact ang penda.
Ang kuan sa biyan po 24/7 sa biyan ang pumping. Piles ta kan? Di, pwede na. Kuan na lang kita, I think, ang pinaka-kuan, Sir Just, i-design na ka nato siya sa piles. In terms sa basin maka-assist sab si engineer sa ako as to file design para cross-check na nato duha ka design. Mag-send ako ng reaction sa tapos kung kuan ang pinaka-doable guide sa ato is micropiles or kay kuan kung RC files ano sige tanan kuan history ng RC files sa ato kuan. So basin medyo madugay na no. Tas dako sa kay guide ang cost as to compared to micropiles. Basta na lang ang gibali, i-address nato niya bearing capacity as to the two boreholes, but to address liquefaction, you'll be using micropiles para at least may kapit gid sa itong hard strata. Kaya kung maka-embed na siya ng at least siguro 3 meters, kay most likely 6 sa gid ang ato inikuan sa micropile. Maka-embed siya ng at least 3 meters sa hard strata. I think kung linog-linog, I think daily na sa siya mo kuan mo lang pa threat as to settlement of kuan sa environment. Pero ato ikuan na capacity kayo ng files na ma-address niya itong SPT values and values.
So, kamo lang tayo
Oh, yes. Basta kay understood na ni Nimso na nakuha. Yes. Okay.
Importante mahabol 74.
So far, you're happy like running. Sa Livia Police, ginagawa mo on. Ipulaw with ano, meeting na nyo. Pero, kasi hindi na tubig yung lunuan, basta mag-expect daw. May pool. Pinyos dito, makawala.
So, okay na siya. Basta hindi ka po, pasanan lang siya po.
Okay,
Yes, dapat sa ila ka matay i-program pa sa manonay ta.
sabot pa kami ng
Istutan. Tama na naman.
Okay.
Then, matches, kasi ako pag matches. Well, proceed to the next part.
Okay, thank you very much and have a wonderful day, everyone.
Ceiling po.
Oh, yes, sir. Sir, Jace.
Ako lagi.
Ano man istantos nito na Surigao?
Mali mo sa akin na. Huwag na po ang iwan sa doon niya karaan.
Deleted. Isang yan ako di ulit.
Problema sa doktor yun. Ito, di ko na palisado ko na mas magaling ako ng
Parang hindi ko sa first age ka. Skill ko yung last. Tung sa ko di pa kasi puro training.
Proceed to the construction and completion of the building service for useful barangay.
Good morning once again. I'm Ivan Isai from Planning Design Section. For our next project, construction completion of multi-purpose building covered court, Barangay Bioto, City of Tandag, Surigao del Sur, with the coordinates of 9.0653 and 126.17542E. With a contract ID number 26NH0029. Bidding date is at July 15, 2026. Appropriation of 5 million. ABC, 4,950,000. Location at Barangay Bioto, City of Tandag, Surigao del Sur. Physical target 1 unit. And project scope, construction completion of multi-purpose building covered court. The project duration of 123 calendar days. For the scope of work, general requirements are 3.29%, earthworks 2.52%, plain and reinforced concrete works 22.73%, finishing and other civil works 61%, electrical works 3.21%, plumbing works 5.40%, mechanical works 1.85%, and a total of 100%. For our item number description, unit and quantity for part A, general requirements, part B, earthworks, and part C, plain and reinforced concrete works are as shown. For part D, finishing and other civil works, item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown. Then for part E, electrical works, part F, plumbing works, and part G, mechanical works. Item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown. For our minimum equipment requirements, we have one dump truck, 12 cubic yard. And for B.51 project billboard, 1 unit of 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin, and 1 unit of 8x8 co-op tarpaulin. For B.71 occupational safety and health program, provision of the following: 1 health personnel and 1 safety practitioner. For the materials, name and specification, unit and quantity are as shown. For our plans, for architectural plans, we have the perspective. Bioto. For our floor plan, front elevation, and doors and window schedule, and rear elevation, cross section through AA, and the left side and right side elevation, longitudinal section through BB, details of railings along bleachers, and details of window grills. And our reflected ceiling layout plan and typical detail of ceiling. The front gate layout, gate and footing side section detail, and floor plan, roof plan, you mean. For structural plan, we have the structural foundation plan, then mid beam, roof beam detail elevation, stiffener column, lintel beam, and column footing detail C4F2, and wall footing detail at stage. And girth detail sa bleachers. Detail of purlin splice, sagrod,
section details, wall footing 1 and wall footing 2 details, and bleacher detail section. Roof framing plan. Next is our plumbing plan. We have the water line layout plan, storm drain and solid waste layout plan, and water line isometric layout plan. And storm drain and solid waste isometric layout plan. And septic vault detail of section AA and section BB. For our electrical plan, we have the electrical lighting layout plan and electrical power layout plan.
Ang ceiling di ako may set na plan.
Thank you.
Sa plan sa ceiling mo, mapit. Sa plan mo plan.
16 mo tingnan.
Tumuglaw. Yung plan.
Kemudian berkaitan sa CR dan kita. Okay, sa bon. Pagkakaya ada sa nyari.
Di rin ko na ito na tuwangan ng matok.
None so far.
Meron sila na kumain.
Picture na rin na.
Ano da?
Ito ang ceiling.
Ceiling plan. Ceiling makapit. Pag sa iya, ang yapon ko.
From
Plano mo.
DEO.
No correction.
Ano mo?
Okay. So, yung i-reflex yung kanya sa plano. Next branding.
Good morning, everyone. For the next project, we have contract ID of 26N8003. Project title, construction of road 0+00-1+023, Barangay Alegria, Marihatag, Surigao del Sur. Appropriation 24,500,000, EBC 24,255,000, location Barangay Alegria, Marihatag, Surigao del Sur. Scope of works for civil works, construction of concrete road, facilities for the engineer 0.49%, general requirements 0.92%, earthworks 12.13%, sub-base and base scores 8.93%, service scores 69.94%, drainage and slope protection structures 7.59%, total of 100%. For project scope, construction of concrete road, physical target 2.046 lane kilometer, contract duration 137 calendar days, date of bidding July 15, 2026. For Part A, facilities for the engineer, and Part B, general requirements, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. Breakdown for A.1.13, construction of field office for the engineer. We have 1 unit field office bunkhouse type. For B.5, project billboard signboard, 3 unit 4 feet by 8 feet tarpaulin for DPWH, and 3 unit 8 feet by 8 feet tarpaulin for COA. More than 1 kilometer.
Kilometer.
Pag more than 1 kilometer. Ay tumaan ako muna.
For 3.7
Occupational Safety and Health Program, and B.8 Traffic Management, the materials, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part C, earthworks, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part D, surface, subbase, and base course, Part A, surface course, Part F, drainage and slope protection structure. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For minimum equipment requirement, we have 4 unit dump truck, 1 unit water truck, 1 unit transit mixer, 1 unit backhoe, and 1 unit motorized road grader, 1 unit vibratory roller, and 1 unit joint seller equipment machine. For sand and gravel at Carapan River Quarry, average hauling distance 91.02 kilometers from project site. For item 200 at San Isidro River Quarry, average hauling distance 8.93 kilometers from project site. Typical roadway section with RCPC details. Plan and profile beginning at station 00 and at station 1+105. That's all.
From our pre-prop, we have add 1 unit billboard for installation in the middle part of the project. Then removal of trees. Correction on the item number must be 1011. Then verify the reason of removal of RCPC. Reflect on plan the existing RCPC in dotted or broken line to validate the removal and replacement. Verify survey team if existing RCPC can still be reused and reinstalled. Indicate on plan the number of defective RCPC, possibly not all. That's
Ay pa-change gihapon man ito. Structural panel blueprint. Dapat 45183 on siya 20 days. Dili siya 14 days. Kaya tinampan lang mo lang 3 days. Hindi siya na material.
Mobile mo sir.
Kuhan po.
1011.
405 niya ba? Dapat 45183 dapat pulihan niya ng
1011 ter.
111 dapat. Sabi mo kung 3?
Sagwan, removal of structure and construction.
100. Pwede lagi mo kung 3. Siguro, siguro. Kaya ano na eh.
Removal of structures. Battery. Structure ini.
Kailangan ko na ito yung
Structure ba yan?
100.
Exacto yan, di na.
Structure.
Ninilakan sa structural concrete or O5.
Or O5 buwan sa likari.
Ang description yung mga is about 28 days.
Ma-for 28%.
Ang gamit nila po 28 days na. No correction na iba mo.
Wala na sa'yo mo.
Ayan.
Na. Sa'yo wala.
Actually, no correction dapat siya. May guys ako. Pilitin ka po. Agi po po. Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
Pwede, sir, pwede sununduan ka po muna. Number 9, 24, 26, and 80040. Okay, for the next project, we have contract ID of 26NS004T. Project title, construction road, 0+85522 plus 083, Tabugo, Bayabas to Tawagan, Caguait Road, Surigao del Sur. Appropriation, 29,400,000. EBC, 28,812,000. Scope of works, facilities for the engineer, we have 0.41%, general requirements 1.43%, earthworks 30.26%, sub-base and base scores 12.08%, surface scores 49.79%, drainage and slope protection structure 6.05%, total of 100%. Project scope, construction of concrete road, physical target 1.705 lane kilometer, contract duration 207 calendar days, date of bidding July 15, 2026. For Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, general requirements. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For A.1.13, construction of field office for the engineer, we have 1 unit field office bunkhouse type. And for project billboard, we have 3 unit 4 feet by 8 feet tarpaulin for DPWH and 3 unit 8 feet by 8 feet tarpaulin for COA. For B.7, occupational safety and health, the materials, unit, and quantity are as shown. Part C, earthworks. Part D, sub-base and base scores. Part A, surface scores. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For part A, drainage and slope protection structure. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are as shown. For minimum equipment requirement, we have 4 unit dump truck, 1 unit water truck, 1 unit transit mixer, 1 unit backhoe, 1 unit motorized road grader, 1 unit vibratory roller, and 1 unit joint seller equipment machine. For sand and gravel at Carrascal River Quarry, average hauling distance 78.60 kilometers from project site. For item 200 and boulders at Sotil River Quarry, average hauling distance 34.37 kilometers from project site. Typical roadway section with RCPC details. Typical roadway section. Typical roadway section with slope protection. Plan and profile. Beginning at station 0+855 and at station 2+083. End of presentation.
Comments from the
From our pre-proc, provide traffic management plan. That's all.
Once, ang law ni Kuya Eds dili na ano inhanglan kay opening sa tingin mo.
Yang saya mo BOQ wala pero yang saya iwan. Yang saya mo buti ya dapat like this approach. Dahil ito mo kung ay ito mo
Wara. Kay kuan kuno opening ayon sa
lagi kung yang saya ay ito mo
wara sa kuan ay timo
para na
Kitang.
Problem and entrance. Yung pagsigaw ng mga equipment of traffic. Wala.
Ora, o siya sila may view.
Wala.
Isa daan ta wala mga kabayan niya wala.
Wala, sir. Kay kabugo to tawagan. Ang pinakauna, ang sumpay na sa ini. Ang pinakauna mo may tiimpiyan to kay nagyang sa sarili. Sa sumpay na gilid.
Ang 405, ang
Ang maghapon, sir.
405.
Kaya hinawag yan. Kaya daan.
Ikaw lang sa ganun sa minutes ni may
May pag-drive one.
Ito yung forbid bulletin.
Tanan mga runsi.
Okay, next time.
Sorry. Sitio Nasipit.
Nasipit. Gorgor.
Okay, proceed.
Nagko isang board.
Oo, sakto na senior. Hey, good morning once again. Project to be presented is completion of multi-purpose building, covered court, Sitio Nasipit, Barangay Adlay, Carrascal, Surigao del Sur. X coordinates 125.887540 and Y coordinates 9.12085. This project has an appropriation of 5 million and ABC of 4,950,000. Location, Sitio Nasipit, Barangay Adlay, Carrascal, Surigao del Sur.
Sa GAA, utang mga ang project mean X coordinates. Or Y. And what I mean yon word na X coordinates. Yeah. Kaya iban kay Cortes 9.0 north.
Laylay, sip, ako ano, ang pagka-plastaran niya.
So kung ano yan, ano may
Oo.
conflict na.
Amo rin plastaran.
Waray utang na word.
Coordinates the direction.
Para yun. Okay, let's proceed. Duration, 90 calendar days. Scope of works are general requirements, earthworks, plain and reinforced concrete works, finishing and other civil works, plumbing works, and electrical works. The corresponding percentages are being shown and has a total of 100%. Physical target, 1 unit, project scope, completion of covered work. Next is the item number, description, unit and quantity for general requirements, earthworks, and plain reinforced concrete works are being shown. And item number, description, unit and quantity again for finishings and other civil works are being shown. For plumbing works and electrical works, item number, unit and quantity are being shown.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. Sir.
For equipment requirement, we have one dump truck.
for a project billboard, 1 unit 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin backed with marine plywood. Also 1 unit 8x8 kuha tarpaulin backed also with marine plywood. For occupational safety and health program, provision of the following: 1 health personnel and 1 safety practitioner part-time. Now let's proceed to the plans. First, architectural plans. We have this following perspective, site development plan, and vicinity map. Floor plan, front elevation and rear elevation. Typical left and right elevation plan. The cross section through A. Longitudinal section through B. Section through C. And detail of the connection of purlins and 75x75 angle bar. Schedule for doors and windows. Roof plan. Excuse me. For a structural plan, we have this general construction notes. Foundation plan. Layout for bleacher beam and steepener beam. Layout for stage roof beam. Layout for girth and ceiling frame. Roof framing plan. Now let's proceed to the detail and section for C1 F1, column 2 F2, mid beam and bleacher beam, C3 F3 and the steepener beam. Full truss detail, rafter spot detail and the connection spot detail, wall footing 1 and 2. Details for girth, SCF1, SCF2, CF3, SCF4, base plate, at column 1 connection detail, spot detail and connection for the support of SCF1. For electrical plan, lighting and power layout plan, computation, single line riser diagram, and general notes. That's plumbing works, water line layout plan, sanitary line layout plan, septic tank detail and section, water line layout isometric view, and also the sanitary line. That's all for Sitio City.
Comments
From our pre-pro, we have add item for removal of obstruction, then put flashing at the end of the roofing, then change purlins thickness from 3 mm to 2 mm. That's
Para sa removal. Tapos itong size ng fines.
Ano yung masilin, wala yung makapig.
Paano sa mo sa chip, italipag ka. Approve. Ay itong, ano pa, itong correction, ulahi kibalis niya ba, pero
Siya, i-update mo na. So, i-bulitan niya niya mo. Feeling plan. Control.
bid bulleted, silip.
natural niya quantity.
Lilian ito design bitaw ba? Hiwi ulit ito na hangin. Mafari.
Kaya ibulit sa ceiling plan.
Takto na siguro yun. Oo. Pag-implement ka.
Ang isipon lang yung importante siguro na. Paano naman ang sabaw?
Ang posting niya,
Wala yung mga to sa posting. Sa plan lang.
Sulit na civic ulit niya, yung truan na
Ang plano ka na.
Ang plano lang.
Gawa na sa civic ulit.
Ako na
Kaya tapos sa yung concept sa amanoy civic,
plan.
So any comment from the DEO? Okay, thank you.
Experience kung pwede yung proceed sa isa. Doon sa una ko para largit na. Oo. Pasuso ko ng bata.
Gagas.
Una pa. Sikat mo na last one.
Sitio.
Nasipit.
Nasipit. Number 4.
Okay. Construction, completion of multi-purpose building, covered court, Barangay Unaban, Tago, Surigao del Sur. 8.9954 north and 126.18873 east. This project is an appropriation of 5 million and ABC of 4,950,000. Location, Barangay Unaban, Tago. Duration, 90 calendar days. Scope of works are general requirements as a percentage of 1.09%. Earthworks, 6.87%. Plain and reinforced concrete work, 15.98%. Finishings and other civil works, 69.98%. Plumbing works, 2.18%. Electrical works, 3.9%. Total of 100%. Physical target, 1 unit. Project scope, construction, completion of covered work. Now let's proceed to the item number, description, unit and quantity for Part A, general requirements, Part B, earthworks, and Part C, plain and reinforced concrete works. Their corresponding item number, unit and quantity are being shown. For finishings and other civil works, item number, description, unit and quantity are being shown. Plumbing works and electrical works, again, item number, description, unit and quantity are being shown. For minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 dump truck. For our project billboard, 1 unit 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin backed with marine plywood. And 1 unit 8x8 kuwa tarpaulin backed also with marine plywood. For our occupational safety and health program, provision the following: 1 health personnel and 1 safety practitioner part-time. Let's proceed to the plans. First, the architectural plan. Perspective. Site development plan, vicinity map, and vision map. Floor plan. The front view and rear view. Typical right and left elevation plan. Longitudinal section through BB. Cross section through AA. And the schedule for doors and windows. Roof plan. Now let's proceed to structural plans. General construction notes. Foundation plan. Beam layout plan. Roof framing plan. Stage ceiling frame plan. Section on the detail for C1F1, B1. B1 is located at Blitzer. Base plate, connection and detail, wall footing, 1 and 2. Section and detail for grade 2, G2 CD. Okay. Front fascia frame plan and detail. Grade 3, stiffener column and stiffener beam. Side fascia frame and bleacher fascia frame plan and detail. Electrical plan. Lighting and power layout plan. Computation for the loads. Single line riser diagram and the general notes. For plumbing works, we have water line layout plan, sanitary line layout plan, and a presentation.
Ang ceiling na nila yung kode mo na yun.
Sabay sila sa ano labag sa kanila. Total plan.
Kaya na.
Performance from the so far na depends upon that.
From part 3 Pro, we have provides details of railing. That's all.
Ito ang nagapon na itong mga update nagapon na itong ceiling. May drainage pa niyo? Pakabutan mo na ito? Drainage mo. Oh, provide.
Road, different road.
On railings.
Railings.
Pati operation.
Oh, railings.
But details.
At least pati doon mo.
Ulay sa guna nila siling pag.
Di, ano yung more railings lang.
Karoon talaga nito na sheets.
Okay, niya ano, ayun pa sa kalsada.
Bioto. No.
Kaya issue will go to the link.
Gusto na ito lang po. Kuan Payasan. For our next project, construction completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Payasan, Lianga, Surigao del Sur, with the coordinates of 8.62131 north and 126.07867 east. Contract ID number 26NH0036. Bidding date at July 15, 2026. For appropriations, 5 million and ABC of 4,950,000. Location at Barangay Payasan, Lianga, Surigao del Sur. Physical target of 1 unit and project scope on construction completion of multi-purpose building covered for project duration of 123 calendar days. For scope of works, general requirements 3.20%, earthworks 2.81%, plain and reinforced concrete work 18.15%, finishing and other civil works 68.03%, electrical works 2.13%, plumbing works 3.59%, and mechanical works 1.85%, with a total of 100%. For item number description, unit and quantity for part A, general requirements, part B, earthworks, part C, plain and reinforced concrete works are as shown. And for part B, finishing and other civil works, item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown.
For Part E, electrical works, Part F, plumbing works, and Part G, mechanical works. Item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown. For the minimum equipment requirement, we have one dump truck, 2 cubic yards. For project bill 1, B.51, 1 unit of 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin, and 1 unit of 8x8 COA tarpaulin. For B.71, occupational safety and health program, provision of the following: 1 health personnel and 1 safety practitioner. For the materials, name and specification, unit, and quantity are shown. For the plans, architectural plan, we have the perspective, vicinity map, development map, and a table of contents. Floor plan, front elevation, doors and window schedule, and rear elevation. Cross section through AA, and right and left side elevation, and longitudinal section through BB. Details of railings along ditches and detail of window grills. Have the perimeter wall and fabricated steel door details, front gate and footing front section detailing. Reflected ceiling layout plan, and typical detail of ceiling. The ceiling frame and isometric detail of ceiling frame at stage, and stage ceiling frame plan. Roof plan. Then for structural plan, we have the structural foundation plan. Mid-roof beam detail elevation and column footing detail of C2 F2 and C2 F3. Stiffener column and lintel beam detail. Have the bleacher A detail section and bleacher B detail section. Wall footing 1 and wall footing 2 detail. Canopy detail section, subyard and purlin splice details. Fascia frame and girth detail bleacher. Roof framing plan. And for plumbing plan, we have the water line layout plan. Storm drain and solid waste layout plan. Water line isometric layout plan. Storm drain and solid waste isometric layout plan. Then septic vault detail, section A and section BB. Electrical plan, we have the electrical lighting layout. Electrical power layout plan. And that's all. Thank you.
Nasilig layout din.
Same result.
Correct lang sa mga previous na plan sa building is na the general construction of conversion na niya sa beams and girder. Dapat 40 piece size.
40 piece ayun sa
Kaya nila sa 4,000 piece size.
general.
Kaya hindi kayo wanted mga content. Actually, in terms of megapascal, 255. Yan, yung makita niyo sa kaya niya niyo kung ano mo connect.
Kung na-correct niyo mo tanan mo.
Isang schedule.
Base number
Na 4,000. Kasi 20, 30.
Oh, neto chief, 4,002.
4,000 beams and girders, 4,000 piece side. Instead na 40.
Ako mo na buto. Ako 6,000 yung
4,000.
40,000 ang buto.
4,000 na. Okay na 40,000.
Ay na, siguro ba yan zero?
Kaya may once yung mag-iit-iit, yung wakan
Yes.
na skill.
Dapat 40,000.
Tanan.
Dapat 40.
Oh, yes. Dapat 4,000. 40,000.
Minimum ba yun?
1,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Sa general.
Kasi, Minta ko.
Umiyabot ang ba?
40,000, dapat 4,000 na.
O niya siya, sa after sa ato program, o niya kabutang sa 40 seconds.
Sa program niya, ano?
Alegria.
3,000 na ganito yan. 3,000 na ganito.
O niya tinood 44. Tayo din duha 40. And isang 4. Kani-kani yun sa general bonus lang yung tama sa nila general bonus. O like with say. Kaya nakakita na ayun yun sa kuwan. Maraming na 40 kaya rin 20 kaya 3,000 baseline. Dapat siya 40. Like 275 megapascal sa nila kuwan.
Dapat 40.
O isa na yun, 4,000.
Dapat ba 40?
Nasa reinforced.
Sa reinforcing stepper kay kinakong din pagkakang ko.
40,000 ba nito sa
Alas na isa ng 4,000.
Pero hindi kasi makapito nga doon sa
Hindi.
plano na.
Okay.
Kaya ito lang at sada yung case.
Hindi copy down general notes.
Hindi sakto. 40.
40 ba siya?
Kapag sa ito nga doon, kung
Dili,
online din
4,000.
yung program. Kaya
Magpalibot.
kanta na yun siya na itin dapat ito na strength niya na yun doon. Ay for free ay ito sa concrete ay previous siya uniform sa nan ang mental okay yun nga no is ka na pwede sugat sa clip pro pero ito man lang okay ano yung comments from Manang
Mana?
okay ito may
Walay comment sa report.
sa DPWH para
Uy, tanong sa building ba yun? No correction turn.
Correct na, correct na yan. Correct.
No correction.
Ito ka na kan.
Good morning once again. The next project is the construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Badong, Tago, Surigao del Sur, with the coordinates of 8.94758 north and 126.10131 east, with a contract ID number of 26NH0038, and the bidding date is in July 15, 2026. The appropriation cost is 10 million. The ABC is 9.9 million. The location is in Barangay Badong, Tago, Surigao del Sur, and the project scope is the new construction of two-story barangay hall. Project duration, 118 calendar days. Scope of works, general requirements, 1.05%, earthworks, 1.17%, plain and reinforced concrete works, 22.34%, finishing and other civil works, 45.57%, plumbing works, 17.82%, electrical works, 5.28%, and mechanical works, 6.6%, auxiliary works, 0.78%, with a total of 100%. For Part A, general requirements, Part B, earthworks, and Part C, plain and reinforced concrete work, the item number with its description, unit, and quantity are shown. Continuation in Part D, the finishing and other civil works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown. Continuation in Part D, finishing and other civil works, the item number, description, with its unit and quantity are being shown. Continuation on Part D, finishing and other civil works. Item number with its description and unit and quantity are being shown. Continuation on Part D, finishing and other civil works, and also for Part E, the plumbing works. Item number, description with its unit and corresponding quantity are being shown. Continuation on Part E, the plumbing works. Part F, electrical works. Item number, description with its corresponding unit and quantity are being shown. For Part G, the mechanical works, and Part H, the auxiliary works, the item number, description with its unit and corresponding quantity are being shown. For B.5, one project billboard consists of 1 unit 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin and 1 unit 8x8 COA tarpaulin. For B.7, one occupational safety and health program consists of 1 health personnel full-time with the material descriptions, unit, and quantity are being shown. For the minimum equipment requirement consists of 1 dump truck. For the architectural plans, the ground floor plan and second floor plan. The ground floor plan, reflected ceiling plan, and the second floor plan, reflected ceiling plan. For the roof plan, rear elevation and front elevation. The right side elevation, the left side elevation, longitudinal section and cross section. The schedule of doors and windows. Continuation of the schedule of doors and windows, also with the partition glass. The ground to second floor stair plan detail, the ceiling air vent detail, and the stairs detail section A and section B with isometric ceiling detail. The PWD toilet plan detail with its section elevation A and section elevation B, also with the PWD ramp plan detail. The aluminum cladding of a porch side elevation and aluminum cladding of a porch detail plan of metal cladding. For the structural plans, the foundation plan and grade beam plan. The typical footing details with the column schedule and column wall schedule. The footing schedule and beam schedule with the typical wall to tie beam details. The second floor beam detail with its beam schedule. The typical one-way RC slab detail, typical two-way RC slab detail. The slab schedule. The roof beam plan and typical ductile moment frame detail and beam schedule. The roof framing plan and the half truss 01 detail and half truss 02 detail. The steel base plate detail 1, 2, 3, and steel connection detail 1, 2, 3. The connection detail of cross bracing and the detailed plan of connection of purlins and sagrad. Isometric view of connection of GI sheet to purlin. Detail also, of course, detail of purlin splice. The girth 1, steel girth 2, 3, and its detail connections. The spot detail of stairs and stair section detail. The concrete pedestal detail C4F3 with its steel column detail, base plate connection detail, and base plate connection detail to fire exit, and the parapet detail. The fire exit stair detail plan, ground floor, foundation plan, second floor, and fire exit stair main steel framing with its blow-up detail of the stair framing. Fire exit stair section detail and fire exit to roof deck steel ladder plan. Fire exit to roof deck steel ladder elevation, aluminum cladding above porch, steel plate connection detail, and side section of the aluminum cladding above porch. The plumbing plans, the ground floor plan and second floor plan, water line layout plan. The roof plan of water line layout plan and service stop connection detail with its clean out detail. The ground floor plan and second floor plan sanitary line layout plan. The ground floor plan, storm drain layout plan, and roof plan, storm drain layout plan. The isometric views of water line layout and sanitary line layout. The isometric view of storm drain layout plan with its septic tank detail. The stainless steel elevated tank plan, the front elevation, the typical side section detail with its steel base plan plate detail. Electrical plans, the ground floor plan and second floor plan convenience layout. The ground floor plan and second floor plan lighting layout. The schedule of loads non electrical. The mechanical plans, the ground floor plan and second floor plan ACCU layout. The ground floor plan and second floor plan fire alarm layout. The schematic riser diagram of automatic fire alarm system. That's all. Thank you.
Ang imo kasi yung gyapon na gyapon mo.
Pura na sa kuning ma-pre-prop otro chief naman. Otro lang ko ng plano.
Gyapon siya. So any comment from Albert bro?
From the pre-pro, we have verify length of expansion bolt, use anchor bolt. Verify concrete gutter, then adjust ladder for exit attached to column. Clarify items and savings for posting of BOQ. That's all.
So it is already incorporated?
Yes, sir.
Right. How about from BOQ?
No section.
No correction. So we will proceed to the next. Last project. Tuburan?
Yes, sir.
For the last project, we have the construction and completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Barangay Tuburan Cortes, Surigao del Sur, with the coordinates of 9.297178 north and 126.169737 east. Contract ID number 26NH0039. Bidding date July 15, 2026. Appropriation 5 million. ABC 4,950,000. Location Barangay Tuburan Cortes, Surigao del Sur. Project scope completion of two-story barangay hall building. Project duration 118 calendar days. And for the scope of works, we have general requirements 2.44%, earthworks 2.94%, plan and enforced concrete works 9.35%,
Finishings and other civil work, 63.67%. Plumbing works, 3.79%. Electrical works, 11.9%. Mechanical works, 3.57%. And auxiliary works, 1.83%. The total of 100%. For Part A, general requirements. Part B, earthworks. Part C, plain and enforced concrete work. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown. For Part D, finishings and other civil works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown. The continuation for Part D, finishings and other civil works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part E, plumbing works, Part F, electrical works, Part G, mechanical works, and Part H, auxiliary works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown. For B.51, project billboard, we have 1 unit 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin and 1 unit 8x8 COA tarpaulin. For the B.71 occupational safety and health program, we have 1 safety practitioner part-time and 1 health personnel full-time. The materials, unit, and quantity are being shown. For the minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 dump truck. For the plans, for the architectural plans, we have the perspective, the ground floor plan and second floor plan, the front elevation and the rear elevation, the right side elevation and left side elevation, section 2BB and section 2AA, the reflected ceiling plan for ground floor and second floor, the schedule of doors and windows, for the structural, you have the foundation plan and column and footing detail, the concrete pedestal detail, the grade beam plan, schedule of footing, tie beam, the stair details, its blow up, the fire exit details, and for the plumbing, you have the water line layout for the ground floor and second floor, the sewer line layout plan for ground floor and second floor, the storm drainage layout plan, water tank plan, and still base plate detail. For the electrical, we have the lighting layout for ground floor and second floor, the power layout for ground floor and second floor, schedule of loads, and that would be all. Thank you. Same thing.
Sa scope, ground floor lang, di ba?
Oh, pero may painting sa. Oh, yeah.
Then pagkatapos ka itong balik na sa imong ban, imong BOQ. Dito Estrada, overs. Ano yung parlance na ito? Structure na si Suris Stable.
Wala na. May roofing na.
Parang stair, kami sa stair. Sa stair, ano eh?
Ining stair plates. Sa pedestal.
Ang ceiling nyo na plan.
I-concept lang ko. Oo, i-concept lang ko.
Okay, any comment from Reco?
From pre-proc, ang comment lang is compare the prices from MPB Mabua.
So, pero ito sa akin price kailangan ito na.
Dili naman ko na. Dili na siya ko.
Dili,
March kami sa pagkain.
Okay, from you, Kyo. So, any comment from TAC, PWC, or contractor representative kung nga interested? From online viewer. So, very nice. So, change we already the 11 project was already presented. So, and there's no comment. For the bid bulletin, so once a bid bulletin, it is the responsibility of the contractor to see to our website and the field chiefs. If there are any issued with bulletin 7 days prior to the opening of building. So, pakitingin na lang po ng ano, if there are any issued with bulletin sa website namin at sa field chiefs. Our bid opening is on July 15, so 74, July 8 ba? Tama ba? 8? 8 no? 7 days. 8. So, there are no comments, so this pre-bid conference is adjourned. Thank you for coming. That's it.